it up. They have a lot of trap ID as well. But I think Team Heretics play a good, slower mid-round on this attacking side and know those setups that these teams that are playing into the Neon are likely to be investing in.
I think the big thing about Sunset is that B fight, you know, whether you're fighting the backside or if you're going to stop them coming out the main, whether you're playing retake, the teams that kind of can adapt to the enemy team situation, are they playing on-site post, are they playing off-site post, are going to be the teams that are going to favor the defense and win it.
Team Heretics have only managed to win best of fives 3-0 thus far this year. This is their home map. This is a great chance for them to go up 2-0.
Yeah, we do this in EMEA a lot, so I'm going to get you to do it here, Boaster. Do you want to toss to Pansy and Steel?
Oh, you know what? Pansy and Steel, I'm tossing to you.
Yeah, nice one. That was pretty good. You know what? That was solid. Well done. But yeah, let's talk about this map because Sunset is actually pretty strong for both sides. Obviously, we've had more experience watching, I could say, Heretics play this. It was one of their strongholds during the regular season. However, they've lent a little away from it here. Not the highest priority in their vetoes. However, on the other side, of course, Leviathan, another good map for them now. But depending, I guess, on who you watch more, maybe who you have more eye test with, you can imagine this being a 2-0 potentially to Heretics if you're more familiar with them. But Josh, where do you see this being defined then when you have two very solid teams going head-to-head in a map like this?
Right now, I'm looking to the form and I'm looking to the little micro adjustments, especially when we're at this stage of a tournament, how the little subtle things get changed up a little bit. Team Heretics, obviously, this was their strongest map. We haven't seen them picking at this event so far. Maybe hiding it, maybe they wanted to play to other strengths. They've been picking Icebox and, you know, the last years against Sentinels, for example. But here, I mean, the pistol round's not even going to tell us anything. It's going to be those 4 to 9, rounds 4 to 9 that we're going to see.
And as much as it may be a natural inclination for someone like Heretics to lean back towards this, it will be highly read, right? This is something that people will know about, they will look towards, and there'll be tape on it, plenty of tape. So for Leviathan, this is probably the best chance for them to have a very good read against the likes of Heretics. Let's see how they handle it, though. Again, we saw them starting to warm into the game, but Icebox was just I mean, it was a marvel to watch.
Check slip back in. He's going to take the fight. Miniboo.
That's a bold look, considering Miniboo was already somewhat expecting it, or at least being heads up enough about it. Quick little flash to control the back of the pillar. And Com tries to play forward, almost careless in approach. They're going in bit by bit, and bit by bit they're falling! Wound on the follow-up. Leviathan, this pressure play they wanted to go for, that almost pre-take they wanted to try, it fell to pieces so quickly.
Still, Team Heretics staying in the site, waiting. That firing squad. Miniboo got them in the back. But here, clearing out that spawn, trying to find out where King is. King actually might be able to isolate them.
Maybe he's got smoke, paranoia. Two to the right, one to the left, and one further on pillar. The swing off this contact is going to be horrific, yeah. There it is, there's no way out of that. That is a trap set in motion, but Josh, I didn't like them funneling back in through CT there.
I did not like that either. That is reminiscent of the last map. It's kind of the same way that they fell to EDG. LEV has such strong players. They have such strong mechanics, and they're able to win some of these fights.
It's not about them, bro.
They're not.
It's not about them. We play so good that they have no chance.
Really well, but their spacing has been so hard to deal with that even if you do get one, you're instantly getting traded.
Yeah.
So the trickle out, falling like lemmings, LEV, it's not really working for them. They need to be able to play more fundamentally sound right now instead of trying to lean too heavily. I mean, he got the orb. He's happy with that.
That's all you're going to get, so no worries. Heretics can just go through their paces. If you're looking for a danger man, you're eyeing up Aspas or Mazzino. The only ones to rock a Sheriff. Quickly going a little bit of a flank here. It's Boo to be holding the back line. Could set up Tex maybe here on the swing, but they still have to break the utility to get that close. Now a little more aware of what's coming their way. And really, the only ones you don't want to see falling is Boo and Woot. If you're looking for the economy to stay strong, have maybe a dangerous bonus here. And obviously for LEV, they'd love to keep them locked in. Cost them all those goodies. Rienzo can be one of those to go forward. Same with Benji. There's two players here. That's a body drop, not bad. Any more would be marvelous. Hold on, that's actually pretty big. That could be a rifle lost here. They're trying to keep him secure. Nice attempt. They've opened up the pathing.
Wait, no time. Okay. So when I look at this, we're going into that bonus round. Team Heretics, they kept the 3 with the rifles alive. This is okay for these guys. Right now, LEV need to stand their ground. And what I need to see different from them that we haven't seen on maps, last map like Icebox, is some sort of cohesion together where they're moving together. This right here, as they're trying to lock down this exit from B main, if they're able to do that on other parts of the map where they fight together, they use their teamwork, they use ability to set each other up, and then they swing together to ensure that they win with the trades. That is the side of LEV we need to see, but we're not seeing at the moment. Team Heretics, they group in this death ball, and they do it because it works.
We're starting to see the best of Heretics early on. Now, whether or not that carries through is yet to be seen. Can Leviathan stop the roll here? If this goes also one-sided, it's going to be terrifying. The momentum building behind Heretics will be so hard to stop. However, this round, if anything, Leviathan have the better weaponry. They have everything they need to go forward here. Yeah, a couple of light shields, one on Tex and one on Mazzino, but that's fine, that's manageable. On the other side, 3 rifles and that Bulldog just to round it out with the SMG with Miniboo. And they've opted for mid-control.
Heretics, though, they're going to get caught here in the open.
The triple swing is fantastic for Lev. Going to force him again for a flick, but Woot with a great shot towards Aspas. Hold on, it's not secure by any means. It's still very much game on. And a recheck and a refight, but a trade again. This is a bonus, and it's going this close. And now they might get that 3v2 on the B side. Benji taking the space, but there's 2 on back pillar.
Okay, they found my wire.
You've got to know that he's close here. Hearing that go up, Tex divides, and now the counter swing. Benji taking great fights here. And bear in mind, King is a mile away, and this could all fall to pieces. What is happening to Lev here? King saved them from probably a worse scoreline on Icebox. And he might have to save them again. A 1v2. He's creeping closer. He's speeding up. He wants to fight, and he's going to get it. Takes away Benji. But now Woot on the other side. The paranoia goes in, but King tempers the pace a touch. Slowly looking for his man. Woot waiting on the other side. He's committed to the angle, but how long does he wait? How long does he think he considers the other side? The King again keeping Leviathan competitive in this. How many times do we ask him to step up to the plate?
And you highlighted it last map as well. He was the one to keep them in it. Lev, I thought, finally, we get to see them move together. That drone reef there on mid, they're fighting together with their abilities, they're fighting together with their bodies, and they're catching right now Heretics out in the open.
This is a bonus, Josh.
That's the bonus. It needs to be cleaner than that. What happens when all of them have a clean set of shields, all of them are on rifles, and they actually keep their guns out?
I mean, look at the economy damage going forward. Lev won the last round, and they're coming back in with SMGs, light shields, Guardians, and Bulldogs. It was on the shoulders of King. That is how this came down. And for Heretics, now it's time for the rifles to come into play. Woot's got ult as well. This is where it can go from bad to potentially worse. Knife does not connect. But Mazzino on a platter here. They've already managed to navigate past most of the Cypher trips by going towards that elbow side. They've got control of CT. Benji put to task, controlling that short play back in.
As soon as this K ultimate stops, though, what is the reaction, the response? Boo. That's a good start.
And that's a heavy hitter gone. That's a man that's been keeping Lev looking competitive.
Look at Boo. He has that paranoia. He's ready for this.
And I'm waiting to see if Benji's got his head tucked down by the stairs. It's such a key place for him, but he's going to just play it forward. They're getting confident. They're working off the util. They are absolutely decimating Leviathan in this round. Mazzino, a 1v5 is commanded of, and you're not going to get it. Heretic showing why this map was their bread and butter.
If you're wondering why I'm getting excited about seeing that paranoia being set up, Heretics is traditionally a team that falls back once they have that space and they try to play these crossfires. But here, pressing the issue forward, keeping the other team from being able to get close to starting a retake. This is just such a nice evolution to see of these guys, because that was the #1 thing that I think they needed to work on, and they're showing it here when it matters most. And Lev, I don't even know if they're used to this. They're not prepared for it. If you look at all the tape of Team Heretics on Sunset, you're not seeing this.
You're not seeing that at all. And you can tell the difference, the tangibles from map 1, the scoreline of when they met earlier on Icebox. How close it was, and it was an eventual Leviathan win. Now today, at 13-7. And here on Sunset, probably something that has some of the most tape of Heretics available. They look different. They look in different form. I like this, though. Proactive from Leviathan, and a good shot connected. Hold on. Ult from Aspas. Oh. Well, the ult from Aspas was there for about a second. And the stack not really working out as they'd like so far. Frenzy in play as Sheriff. Surely they check on Tex. And maybe unaware that he could have slipped through. Maybe a chance? Maybe not. Boost. Yeah, nah, they ain't falling for this. Heretics, they're striding through it now. We asked a lot of King before, but with just a Ghost, I think that might be a little unfair to even ask for such a task.
What I want to highlight there, though, at that B main, this is how locked in Team Heretics is. They send one player ahead. I think it's Woot. He's trying to spam that wall to break that camera. Cyphers normally place the camera inside B main. They might not activate it all the time, but they are so aware that because there's a breach on the other side, a trap at B main can be set. And if that's the case, they don't want to be caught in it. So as soon as Woot goes in to try to break that camera, he's alone doing it. He backs off. The stun comes in. The swing comes from LEV. And Team Heretics, none of them are effective. They get to swing out and just instantly deal with that. They are so aware of everything that can come. They're locked in. They're not tunnel visioned on anything. They're aware of all the possibilities LEV can throw at them, and they're handling it so well right now.
Pause for Leviathan. And at this point, after I think we have to talk bigger picture. As much as a best of 5 is a marathon, if you fall down in the first 2 maps, you're looking at it being cut pretty much in half. You don't get to play it out. And the first 2 maps look pretty solid here for Heretics. Already at a 4-1. The form they're approaching with as well looks good. It's passing the eye test here. If I'm Leviathan, I'm watching the chances of that final start to dim away a touch. It's not impossible. It's not completely out of the realms yet. You're only into the second map. First 6 rounds, it's fine. But there is that reality check, and it's starting to feel a bit realistic here. They better turn the tides now, or soon. They might have just watched their chances fall away from them. Now, we come back through. Heretics, let's look financially at their situation. Very solid, very robust. Going to have those ults hitting soon as well. Mini Boo not far off. TP for Boo. And a couple there. On the other side, very big ults coming into effect here. Very close for Mazzino as well. We could be seeing them having a big round to bank on. Quick little flash and a push up. Heretics taking early control of Elbow. And posting Mini Boo towards middle. Looking like maybe a crunch could be in play, but 3 players from Leviathan. Playing back towards the A site now.
I looked at Mini Boo's positioning towards that tiles area.
You don't dry re-clear this, do you, Lev?
Might?
Very risky, but they do get a reward on it. Tag is there. Hold on. Maybe this is the stand they needed. Con with the connection. Takes away Rien's. A 2-player deficit for Heretics, and the man to the good this time for Lev. Big impact, and they have no idea about King. Well, now they do. Benji's in danger. He's on a platter, and he is beheaded. King holds the ground, holds the space. Mini Boo and Boo dealt with. Leviathan suddenly stand strong.
At least when they go to re-clear that elbow, yes, it's dry, but they do it together. They get the trades, they move together. They clear the area. That backup from Calm as well, that Hunter's Fury. But I looked at Team Heretics. They're 4-2 up.
Don't give them B
their
main
defense
this whole
side
rest of the game,
is as strong as their attack side. And their attack side's good. Like, when we look at this map, oh yeah, they're cheering them on.
Look at that.
They're watching us right now.
I mean, to be fair, they know what it's like on these sort of stages, right? They've been on the winning end of things. But now, though, Aspas looking to try and at least give them a chance further forward now. Work off that momentum, build back into this series, keep Heretics humbled. On the other side, Tex going to get a glimpse of Boo, but they've lost out on that B main space.
How does Heretics react to this? They see that Cypher camera towards A. They know it's probably just Tex playing that retake by himself, or, I mean, he hasn't even been playing retake, he's been fighting, and it looks like he's going to push up and fight again.
The timing is everything, and it's atrocious for Tex. Couldn't have timed it worse, but King now trying to make up for the mistake. You don't go individually, no. Bloody hell. slowly clearing through. Don't actually get a glimpse. Miniboo gonna take towards the side, and they've got what they need. A fight on the cross, and Mazzino wins. Denies a fair fight for a trade. Good follow-up from Miniboo, and a quick push back out from Miniboo. They are trying to take this space. They have to respect this. This is gonna give them enough security to get the plant in. Holding now. He's done his job. Kept them secure. And a 4v3, King, Com, and Aspas.
The smoke to isolate. Yes, it lets King get inside of it, but still the crossfire, once he exits the other side of it, Com already.
So far away.
So far.
He's so far from this. You'd need like back-to-back kills almost instantly. And Heretics aren't going to give you that. You've got to make that space yourself. How do you do it? That's how you do it with a shot like that from Aspas. Morph? Absolutely not. Boo, the backbone of the Heretics side, not going to let it slip. Now down to just Rienz in a 1v1. King, again, running low on time. I think he's going to be out of it. Rienz can just play this to the clock, play it to the time, and he does! Heretics, it may be close, but the round's still theirs.
Another round in the bag for Team Heretics, and I have to start questioning Lev right now. Tex, 2 huge rounds, pistol round, round 7, given up by trying to re-aggress by himself into a position where surely you just have to play for the retake. You have to wait for the reinforcements. You cannot do this on your own. It hasn't been working. You're 2-7 right now on the scoreboard. You cannot keep going for these. It's costing your team the championship at this point.
It is. And there is always that desperation to try and make the big play, but Miniboo's not allowing it. Aspas again sent back to the spawn. No hope of impact this time. Their money's starting to dwindle, suffering under the control of Heretics. Zeno on the back of the site, Com. Just don't look like they're hitting as hard today, and Heretics have all the answers. Zeno has to respect that now. Forced off.
That's info, that's Breach, that's Sova. At least 2 players here, at most 2 players on the other side of the map. And right now, again, Tex in a very precarious position, pushed all the way up, waiting for that comeback from A. Boo does have his ultimate that he could use to get in the back lines here.
But Tex, we've been questioning his composure. Now he needs to keep it focused. He's going to hear the steps. 2 kills is all that he's got to his name so far, and he's got to bail him out. That's big. Looking for a follow-up, can't do it. 1-for-1 trade. King now gets brought into play. And the shot was messy. Rien's not going to let that slip. The only unpredictable factor is gone. That's all they've got.
The only saving grace right now is that Benji's dead, the trips are down, and Com goes for the flank, but Rien's on the read.
He's so aware, so heads up. Rien's going to catch that flank. And this is the round wrapped. Mazzino's got no impact here. He can't do anything. Heretics are playing like they're already eyeing up that final. Josh, we have to kind of call it how it is. That now it's going to be a 6-2, and seeing how these rounds have gone.
At this stage,
what are you meant to do if you're Lev?
It's Team Heretics' series to lose at this
point.
Yes. They're in full control. The reads are just so... I don't know how they're able to pull it out, staying 1 step ahead. They know exactly what's coming. They are dodging every sort of aggressive push that Lev's throwing at them. But then on top of that, Lev is also doing these questionable plays, trying to, on the back of solo efforts, try to swing these rounds around. And I could understand if it's been working here or there, but...
Yeah, and if you're hitting, if you're able to punish it, okay, but
it needs to be the right player at the right place. Like, King has been doing it for them, but it's been in very specific scenarios. It hasn't been working for other players. And Tex, again, he's putting himself in positions where 1 kill isn't good enough. You need to get 2 at least, maybe even 3 for that play to work out. And it's been multiple times that he's caught and punished for doing these sorts of plays. Right now, Team Heretics building on that lead. Yes, we're seeing ultimates come online right now for Lev. And yes, we've seen them try to get some different sorts of looks, different traps. Again,
rinse, repeat.
At B main.
It feels like madness to be doing the same thing over and over, trying to make a way out of it, but he gets tagged. Rienz can't quite find him again, but they still drop Com at a 1-for-1 trade out. At this point, they can pause here a little. They got 1 minute and 20 still to try and paint their picture with.
If that ultimate orb is still in main, Woot could grab that, use his KO ultimate to get into the site here. The only thing they have to pay attention to is that Rolling Thunder from Breach. I like what Lev's doing here.
Yes.
They're re-clearing through middle. They can pivot. If it's A, cool, they got that camera, they got that tripwire, they can go for that retake.
But they're doing it together, and it's the first time we're seeing this. That's massive. This should be the trap. Well, Woot reads that. Now they know everything. Now they should have the full picture. Benji trying to work back in, but it's traded out. Boost still alive until then. Aspas, there's the impact. There's the man you need to wake up here. As Rien's in a 1v2.
That reposition, spike down, 40 seconds to work with Rien's.
He's still the man. We saw what he could do just yesterday. And another chance to remind us of his own brilliance. But a 1v1 against Aspas.
He knows that Aspas was nearby. Neon
left.
can get anywhere in an instant. Rien's, if he time ticks too low, he'll be limited in the options where he can go with that spike.
20 seconds. He's got to try and fight the monster himself around the corner. Rien's tries to pick up the pace, and now Aspas can evacuate.
He has to go
13
away.
seconds. There's nowhere else to run. He has to keep going on this pathing, and he has to go fast. 8 seconds now. Can he find his man? Aspas slowly creeping away. Aspas has played this like an absolute genius. He has done so goddamn well. Aspas is the man they needed for the job, and he was absolutely there when they needed him most.
50-50 gamble. Rien's reads that Aspas is going to go for the fight, but Aspas waits like a lion. He waits for the perfect opportunity to strike, and because of that, he wins the round. Rien's doesn't plant that spike, that time runs down, but a different look from LEV. They're moving together again. That's the second time they move together. They pick up the third round on the board. So, are they starting to clue into what they need to do in order to get ahead of Team Heretics right now?
This could be the turning point. And Aspas wants to keep up what he started. Oh, God. It's just brutality. King at least going to try and avenge his fallen teammate. There are bodies here now, but the support's arriving. Benji's coming over. Are they just going to brawl this out? That would be madness, surely. One way going to be reinvested, and you can imagine this side of the map gets closed.
And if you note that the smokes are down for the attacking side, the positioning right now of LEV with common market, because that crossfire cannot be dealt with at B, there's no smokes to block off that market line right now. The lean is on mid and on A right now, but King trying to hold this one-way smoke. But the pop flash.
This is going to be hard work for King. He's forced away and he's dead. The reaggress is divine from Heretics. Know exactly what they wanted to do. Tex trying to retake that space, and they got to scramble here because Tex is on the hunt. He needs to close the gap. Oh, the cosmetic stun strikes again. Rien's takes away Tex, Mazzino, and now Oncom to try and do something that's impossible. Heretics backhanding Leviathan. They are large and in charge, and they want that grand finals.
This has to be a second timeout for LEV. They need to find an answer. Yes, it sucks to use 2 timeouts in one half. We've seen it though. We've seen it work. Sentinels did it yesterday on Haven against Heretics, and they were able to convert that map right
now. Oh, he
now.
didn't even get affected. Rien's got away.
He got away. Again though, LEV one step
Really good
behind,
call, Wood.
losing that
Like,
first blood
that's ridiculous,
so
man.
frequently. Again, Heretics, they look unstoppable.
Okay, that's...
Okay, I say that.
I mean, that's pretty nice. But again, we've never really questioned the mechanical capabilities of LEV. We know that they can hit, but they're just not hitting as hard as Heretics overall. I think that's just been the main story here.
And when they have been hitting, they've been being traded instantly because of the positioning of Team Heretics, how they go shoulder to shoulder with each other. But again, another
like
bait
this,
setup.
though.
I like this.
Yeah.
First time that Tex is going to have support here. But King to take first contact.
The spacing, not there, not there.
It was a timing. Tex popped his camera, so he got off the angle. Normally, he should take that first contact, bait them into King.
Oh,
But again,
yes,
3 versus 4, you pop your ultimate. This is desperation right now.
watching at straws and finding nothing for it. At least going to deny the first attempt of the bomb. This could open up the chance for a pre-take. Boots down low, and now back on the side. Aspas has to be the one to lead the path. Mazzino by his side, but it's down to a 1v1, and Aspas down low again. Boost sitting pretty, sitting perfect on HP, but Aspas a threat at all times, at all HPs!
They were clutching at the straws, and they got them. A round pull out of the magic hat. Starting with that first pick that Mazzino got. You thought right here, there's no way LEV is able to clear this up. You see Aspas pop his ultimate there. Okay, yeah, not gonna happen. But then, so many of these players are so low HP. And even in the end there, Aspas is down to 20 HP. One bullet changes everything. But that pre-aim.
Real nice.
Massive
Real
thrifty.
nice.
to get back in the game.
And Aspas, if he has to do it himself, he will. But we've seen they've been able to best those odds before. You could say Zekken tried it. You could say Tens tried it. Say a couple teams tried it, but you can see what that happens. Heretics are still the one standing. As 5, they can still come together. They've taken the site here and plant in. Ults on both sides pretty much. Miniboo trying to at least secure some space, but it's Comm to connect. We know that he does this. We know he's always so good on that Hunter's Fury. This time they get the plant down, 4v4 here. Benji in his position, in the spot that he's renowned for, waiting. See if Miniboo can maybe draw their attention and bait him into play. But if you've seen their VOD, you know where he is. And away we go. Dart to the brain. King's gonna fall. Benji still waiting, still looking to strike. 2 more players. The time's gonna be ticking here, Josh. They gotta get a move on. Okay, that's how you do it. You create a new avenue of approach. Oh, Tex back to back. Big damage. Good counter work from Rienz. But Miniboo deals with the player from CT. Now we look towards the site. Miniboo overwhelmed. It's all on Rienz in a 1v2. Time. Oh! Rienz takes away Aspas. The time's gone. That is clutch as hell from Rienz.
Oh man, but even if that shock doesn't go off, we can see both teams are starting to hit their strides. Both teams are hitting they're heating up.
Yeah,
we're starting to get a game now.
Yeah, this game is really warming up here. We're seeing Aspas having to really up his levels as well. He started to hit hard. You saw Mazzino right there, King clutching up, but the answer back. Maybe there's still more to be seen. Maybe that next half is going to be up to par, 4-8. It is not over yet. We've seen Lev pick up the pace here. But we've got a treat for you coming up in a couple of seconds. And you want to stick around for this one. You want to hear this halftime break, so sit down in your seats. You want to hear from Buzz, waiting by Ujien.
Hello everybody, standing right here with Buzz, of course. 버즈 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. I see. Everyone loves you. You're so popular over here. Now, Buzz, just really quickly, how are you enjoying Inspire and how are you enjoying the match today? 오늘 이렇게 경기장 와서 팬분들도 만나고 경기도 보고 있는데 어떤 시간 보내고 계신가요?
일단 경기장이 너무 멋진 것 같고요. 사실 여기서 게임을 했어야 되는데 그러지 못해서 굉장히 슬프지만 또 이렇게 보러 옴으로써 또 동기부여를 얻는 것 같습니다.
Man, Inspire Arena looks amazing, and I feel like that could have been our stage as well. So it definitely stings a little bit, but I'm super happy. And it's just a source of motivation for me to do very well next year as well. Now, I saw you guys sitting with T1 boys, back with Stacks, of course. Who are you guys rooting for today? 오늘 누구 응원하러 오신 거예요? 좀 T1 선수들이랑 같이 경기를 보면서 응원하더라고요.
저 뭐 누구 응원하러 온 건 아니긴 한데 막상 와서 보니까 또 레비아탄 콤 선수가 보이더라고요. 그래서 개인적으로 좀 친분이 있는 선수여서 개인적으로 레비아탄이 이겼으면 좋겠어요.
Coming in here, I just came here to watch a great game, but you know, during today's game, Calm really stood out, and him and I are good friends. So I would like LEV to win today. So, guys, with that in mind, I would like to ask for your predictions for today and tomorrow as well. 오늘과 내일 승부 예측 부탁드려도 될까요?
마음은 레비아탄이 이겼으면 좋겠지만 팀 헤릭틱스가 3대1로 이기고 이제 내일 결승은 EDG가 3대2로 이기지 않을까 싶습니다.
I want LEV to win, but I think Heretics are going to take this one 3-1, and tomorrow EDG is going to win the whole thing 3-2. Well, thank you very much, Buzz, and enjoy the game.
Okay. Do you agree with Buzz's assessment?
That is a bold prediction there. That is bold and brave and brazen. I respect it though.
Oh yeah. So we did just start seeing Leviathan show a little bit more strength, right? I think a lot of us kind of expected Heretics to look good on this map. It has been one of their better maps throughout regular season. LEV, similar scenes,
yes,
but we didn't see them hit quite as hard. I think that's a fair assessment of what they've looked like. Maybe it's time to warm up here. Maybe start seeing them look like they're fighting together. And we do see them, well, all standing together currently. Oh.
But where's the trade?
Well, the spacing again. Fundamentally, we are asking questions of LEV here that they are not answering.
But again, Aspa slows down to wait for the team. There's no team, but the push through. Lev
The
with the
flash.
flash.
It was so good, and Tex's shot is better with the follow-up as well. Tex trying to do what he can. That's 3 kills, but still, it is a 2v2.
And Rienz is up.
Okay, Plants now in play. Time's on Lev's side.
He's got shocks for Mazzino back here.
See what Rienz goes for as well, yeah. Lots of util still to play with. Boo still got what he needs as well. Spotting out Mazzino. That's shock dart towards him. Forcing him out of the angle. A little bit of a shot towards it. Rienz, if anything, just tunnel visioning towards what he knows, which is Mazzino. But there is still the unknown element of King, who's been pretty much the one to full stop these rounds. Leviathan give themselves the gateway back into this game.
The gap is closing, and as we saw in some of these rounds here, what was the real difference maker? Team Heretics, they were opening the rounds really well. They were closing the rounds really well. And Lev had them kind of in the middle rounds, some situations on some of those great players at middle. But right now, Lev trying to open really quickly. The spacing's bad, but again, the convergence in that.
Bombs! I knew that was
stage of
insane!
hit. Lev, we see the flashes of brilliance on their individuals, on some of their mechanical prowess. It just needs to come together as a team.
Rinse and repeat, we go back again. Boo on the chopping block. Leviathan coming his way. Mini Boo by his side, but Lev being held back by the smoke for now. Haven't seen them really flex throughout the map. This is very much all in towards A. Plenty of sheriffs against them too, so could have their work cut out here. Decide to temper their own pace.
Another gamble read from Team Heretics. Right now, stacked to the right site. But the utility from Lev, there's too much of it. I think this drone's also going to spot out Mini Boo in the back here, and
It's
Lev might
so
pump the
dangerous.
brakes.
Yeah, did he walk away from this? 'Cause
I
you're
look at
already looking at Tex. Yeah, and his...
He hears it.
The timing on this. And a great shot. Doesn't need to outstay his welcome here. He's done so well. This has opened up so much space for them to go back towards A if they want to.
Here the rotation. He knows he's being crunched right now. Now is go time for his team.
Oh, what a
the
hero.
smokes.
What a hero play from him. He's got 3 players focused towards him in middle. He's opened up the A site, rolled out the red carpet, and Aspa's going to take steps.
30 seconds left.
Taking a few more to clear out towards CT. But they've snuck back through towards the site. King with a quick turn of attention. They can all see what's going on here. There's no gaps to be found. Leviathan strong together. Credit to Tex there. He had a very rough first half. That move then, that little bit of a moment for him to draw all those players was exactly what they needed.
I was very critical of him in that first half, especially those 3 rounds I highlighted. But looking at that last round of that last half, as he's coming in on that retake, the positioning, the timing, the pace he takes, understanding that it's not his job to press
wanting
forward.
to win. Nice gun, guys. Let's go.
Shooting everyone down. Then he goes into pistol and gets a 3K to convert. And then here, keeping everyone occupied. Big work.
Again. So singular in focus. Mini Boo already sent away, but Boo stuck around. Punished King, and now, no way! Mini Boo double back! He went back to check. Doesn't leave Boo to fight alone, and look at the absolute mess of bodies left over towards Elbow. It's on Aspas and Com to try and find some threat here, try and close the gap, and Mini Boo, oh my god, so evasive! Mini Boo, you are absolutely brilliant at this! Okay. Heretics aren't out of it yet. I thought this could be the turn point here. If Lev could maybe bully them away from that bonus as well, who knows? But that was a real moment there. Mini Boo never falling too far away.
Little bro had big bros back there as they're peeling off, and we've seen them hold down sites. We saw them against Sentinels on Haven as well, about how they locked down that A site together. Here again, backing each other up, making sure, hey, you fall back, I got you. Hey, you fall back now, I got you next. And Lev, just as we talk about how they're getting the stride, they get slowed down. Benji, don't get caught by that neon slide.
No matter the instance, you gotta respect Aspas. Getting a little closer towards the ult here. And not getting the full look towards the site. But the knife gonna find a fair few connections, I can imagine.
Here. It's this comp in general. When you have that breach and that neon, you're playing with fire. If you're Cypher and you're trying to get that camera in main and try to get that jump spot info, you can get punished so easily and open up the floodgates. But a missed opportunity for Lev. What I see here, though, is they've left King in B main. usually see this type of play from LEV. They deposit players, they work the map, they cause the rotations, they manipulate it, they want to put people in certain positions, and then they activate. Activate King, then activate Aspas, then activate Tex.
I quite like the tempo change as well. Patience, ooh, the knife.
That's
very
good.
well timed, but do they read into this? Do they rotate? This is now going to be kind of that counter read. You can see the spam trying to find where the traditional camera that comes from Benji would be placed towards in market.
Oh my god, this is perfect from Heretics. They knifed A, they got the scan, they keep that stack towards B, and right now LEV wants to do the market split.
In they go. Benji was affected by the stun. He's still the only one revealed so far. Rienz couldn't close down on the kill, but Benji comes away from the stun, looks towards main and takes away King. They may have market, but it's going to be Tex's position, but could be everything. He's carved them up some space, and now it's on Boo.
That's right down 8 seconds.
Oh, has he done enough? He might have slowed them down just enough to deny them. I think it's too late. I think Com knows it as well as Heretics just stay alive.
Team Heretics, another brilliant play. That knife scanning A. LEV knows they've been spotted there. Expect that rotation with the time left that Heretics is going to over-rotate to A. But Heretics was 4 on B the entire time. Right into that trap at market and no time to get back to that A site.
They gave so little away as well. All the contact they kept having was basically on Benji. They got no further reads. They didn't find too much.
Guys. Good job.
And again, just Boo catching that one player on the cross. Spike dropped, done. That was it. That was the round wrapped. So we go again here. Double digits achieved for Heretics. LEV, they're getting close, but you're seeing them start to have to really dig deep on this one.
Showstopper found for Miniboo. That A orb was free, but it looks like LEV still split in that 3-1-1 right now. It doesn't indicate that they want to end on this B site just yet. Just pressure, look for that pickoff. Find an opening. Resuppressed again. Maybe baiting a reaction, a push from Boo to get into a precarious position over at A that Tex could punish. Here comes the reposition from the attackers here. They want to come over towards this A site. And I look towards Miniboo with that showstopper. And how is he going to react once that drone gets popped by Com for this reclear?
It's on Miniboo, really.
Paranoia plus showstopper.
The timing could be everything.
Right there.
When do they find out? When do they know?
They're contacting him.
Yeah, contact piece does kind of remove some of the set in motion play that could have come through. They actually managed to do some serious damage on that. Taking away Miniboo takes away the biggest danger, the biggest threat, but Boo's still alive. Can he get away? No, Com catches him before he can escape. And now the site is in Leviathan's hands. Plant's going to be there. They got past that by doing that contact piece. They managed to evade the threat of the paranoia, the showstopper combo. That was so diligent. But now, looking for the way back in. It's going to be King played back through. Do they check? Benji, notorious for this position. And he swings and he strikes. He only gets one, but he sets up the trade. And Leviathan do very well here.
I love that contact play from LEV. That's something that Team Heretics doesn't really have in their repertoire. We don't see them do those contact plays. It's usually heavy util, clear out everything, do a util dump to get into that site, and they usually miss timings because of it. But LEV being able to just walk in here as 4, the reason why it worked so well as well was that Boo, he was so afraid of that flank up from middle. There was nobody to stop that from Team Heretics. No trip, no camera, no player. And because of that, he doesn't have the paranoia ready. Boo isn't in a position to spot them early enough.
They've broken the money. They are taking these steps back. It is a mountain to climb here, even though the scoreline feels so close. But they've got some really good ults. They can bank those, maybe bring it out if they need. But we've seen rounds like this go wrong in the past. Now they've got to be on the money. The danger man is Benji.
It's going to be mid-convergence here. Team Heretics, they're all moving over to mid to reclear.
Yeah,
Rienz.
Great shot there from him. Trying to bring back that weapon. Don't allow it to be an easy pickup.
And remember, they still have that showstopper on Miniboo. He's towards A. If they go back to A, that could be disastrous. Still, another 2 flashes for Woot here.
Re-smoke towards middle, but that Owl drone is going to clear. Sees nothing so far. They've got to have an idea. They're now heading towards the site. Which
ARV,
one?
which one?
Take your pick here. TP,
There's info from Boo.
Sees all of them. Great knife as well. Do they speed up? Do they slow down? 50 seconds. They can adjust. Slow and steadily, they walk towards 8, but they look to be backing.
Deep trip as well from Benji. He's
Benji's got the
behind the
rifle.
box.
Benji has the gun. He is the man who can stop this. Does he hear it in time? He's certainly going to hear it now. He's got his trap in play. He's got everything he needs. Support's coming through. Aspas, first man in, does get caught and takes
That's the opening.
Benji. That's the dream start with a double pump. They're going back towards A. They don't know. They don't know everything yet. Do they figure it out now? But as this happens, Miniboo's gone too far. He's already drifted off from this. Brilliant work from King again, giving them so much space.
Popped the showstopper already. Can he stop this plan?
Wait. Oh, he didn't go around the corner. So all of that chance is lost here. Now, back line broken. Hold on, Kong gonna pop the ult. Now there's only a few standing. King, the one to try and do it with Kong as Boo, the last one alive now. Leviathan taking them on a tour around the map. But Heretics left in pieces. This is Lev's stand. Lev's chance to bring the game back here. And Boo knows his odds are looking pretty rotten. Leviathan, here we go. We're seeing the resilience, we're seeing the resurgence, we're seeing them back in this game.
I see a way back in for Lev. Yes, they're showing it a couple times here or there, but the reason why is because how they're leaving these players. They're going back and forth. They do this pendulum swing. They're waiting for the overreaction from the defenders, and Team Heretics is going right into it. They're falling for it. They're over.
I left a stinger for them.
Gaps. They're getting caught, and they're not winning their duels anymore. Lev is starting to fight back. Team Heretics use their first timeout of the series to talk about what's going on. The gap is closing, and they're starting to feel it a little bit. Not only is Lev catching a stride, but now they have the reads, and they're toying with how Heretics is moving around the map right now. This is so nice to see. Not only that, but Team Heretics, they use 2 ultimates in that round. Showstopper, 100 Shear. I think also Boo used his ultimate to get that information over towards that A main before that clear came in from Lev. So 3 ultimates on an eco round like that when you're already in the lead. Imagine you had that for this round here.
Yeah.
You don't have that anymore. Coaches need to call that timeout, pump the brakes. Guys, we're in the lead. Let's keep this lead. Let's not overreact. Let's tone it down a little bit. Let's breathe. Think about what to do. Let's close it out. A few more rounds, that's all we need. Let's get there first.
Yeah, I'm so impressed with King during this game, though. Again, it's easy to be blinded by the lights of Aspas sometimes. The guy is truly a superstar, but King, the way he gets them space, he gives them options, his timings are just perfect in this. He's been a wonder to watch. Now, with 4 rounds on this half, they've closed the gap. It's game back on. Heretics with their first time out of the entire series now look to find some impact. And they only catch 1, I believe, on that knife. So maybe a little bit of a misinformation here. See how they read this. They look to go back towards B.
Rolling Thunder.
Here comes the ult. Doesn't affect the players, however, and this dart could be huge. Benji can't close in, though. The follow-up stun has caught him. That's great. Rien's going to be warded away. This is a brawl now. How do they get out of this one? Mazzino controlling the site, trying to find security for that plant. Secure safety, but Wood, Benji, Rien's, they drop the bodies, they drop it to the ground, leaving Tex a little adrift. But he finds his way forward, fighting through Market, looking for a follow-up towards Rien's. Tex with impact. Now Boo in a 1v2. And they are getting the hell away from that B site.
Scrappy rounds, Boo, 1v2, we've seen it before, but this is still so difficult. Tex, he's been looking so just different from that last half. Cypher camera up, Trip to watch the flanks. Yes, Omen is able to get past that potentially, but this plant position is the only thing that scares me. If Mazzino goes down, Tex might not be able to defend that. Luckily, Boo doesn't have any teleports, just to smoke, to isolate angles and move in. Yes, he can smoke off elbow and move in, but so many angles he has to clear on the way.
Yeah, it's so difficult.
Camera down.
First puzzle passed, I guess. And Tex slips a little bit deeper. So there is a 1v1 on the site here for a couple of seconds. Obviously, Boo doesn't know it. Checks to the left, dips to the right. He wants in. Tap on the spike, should draw a player forward, but he's missed him. He didn't catch the timing, and Tex catches his man. Tex in that round was instrumental at saving Leviathan.
When these rounds start getting hard to predict because you see kind of what's happening, you think it's Lev, then you think it's Heretics, then you think it's Lev, but then it's Heretics, but then it's Lev again. In the end, the way that these rounds are going back and forth with just the lurk timing from Tex here, for example, crucial.
It's close.
Pick up that second kill, but that pre-take coming in from Heretics to start it all off. It's anyone's game still. Who wants it more?
Step by step, Leviathan are getting closer. They've broken the bank again. Boo this time. You don't want to see. You don't want to see it. Aspas showed him how it's done. I'll do it with the Sheriff. No, I'll do it with the Classic. Now again, they don't have much to play with here for Heretics. It was just really that Guardian on Rien's, but at this point, Leviathan, there's no world where you see them just cower away from a game, just fizzle out. It's trying to heat up. Trying to show how they got to this point. Nice little shot on Aspas, sure. But again, once they've started to let these rounds simmer, they've been getting the upper hand on Heretics.
They're going to swing on the timing.
Oh, but King and Mazzino, absolute hero, saving comm there. And Rien's, nice try, but not nice enough. Some opportunities, sure. Aspas being low, a little bit of chip damage, but still, Leviathan have taken the hard road. It was an arduous affair. But they are now within touching distance. They are at the door. They are knocking to come on in. It's 10-10. Game on now.
All tied up. Yeah, get the crowd involved. Get them on your side right now. Second timeout in 2 rounds. The last one they used 2 rounds ago, but they saved them both. They didn't need to use them before. And now, what do we look at the difference between how Icebox was going on defense and how this map is starting to shape up? On Icebox, so many good reads from Team Heretics, staying a step ahead of Lev. We shut you down at A, we stack towards B. You come towards B, we shut you down, we move to this other spot. And Lev never found the answer of how to get into the game. Right now, though, the pace changes from Lev. The inserting of players, King, Tex, the lurks, the audibles, the back and forth. It's been working so well for them. And Heretics needs to be able to find a stop to this again.
Well, this was the thing. It felt until this point, until this half, Lev didn't look present in the game.
Yes.
Icebox felt a little uncharacteristic. The first half didn't look good. Heretics had turned up to play fair. But where was the opponents? It took this half, and suddenly we see Leviathan showing their diligence, showing how they got here. This is the team we wanted to see, and at 10 apiece, now we get to see who really has this map in the bag.
I also look at the scoreboard here. This is a good game. Not only are we tied up at 10-10 right now, but 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 are the kills on the Leviathan side. And on Heretics, not a big disparity either. Nope. 16, 15, 13, 13, 11.
Everyone's firing.
Contributing. It's back and forth. It comes down to these clutch moments where some of these rounds are in 2v2s, 1v1s. It's anyone's game.
Oh,
Lev
it certainly is.
Lev has been doing better more recently on this attack side. The start scans them in main. Lev, do they speed up off this?
I don't. Maybe adjusting their plans a touch, but eyeing up middle still.
Want to split through market right now, potentially, and crunch on this B guy. They do have that stun ready for Boo in main.
Hold on, Mini Boo. Did he spot Aspas then?
This defense is going to be too hard to break through anyways with Rien's Mini Boo.
Mini Boo can swing left, spots a player. Careful now. This is so cautious between both sides, so careful.
I like how they back out together. They're ready to deal with this CT push. They don't know. They left that gap open. But Boo, you need to be able to play your life here. He's also retreating. Market's compromised at this moment. He backs off as well. They're re-clearing together, moving around together. They don't want to get caught and split. But they're going to give up that B site as a result. Nothing they can do about that. Boo needs to go big, though.
Yeah,
Committed.
Boo's sticking around. He's staying on this. Maybe the unexpected.
Wait, the neon wall protects him from the drone.
They have no idea. Oh my god, wait. Boo could do something serious here. Rien's gets denied through market. But the ult, I mean, they know where he is now. All that surprise is gone, and look at it. The firing squad swings. Leviathan in control now. Heretics, whatever the adjustment was, maybe a couple players changing place, it is not enough. Leviathan are in the lead now, taking finally the series back into their hands.
And when Buzz was up here making his prediction 3-1 for Lev, it was bold looking at how the game was going, the 8-4. But right now, again, only 2 real solutions for Team Heretics if they want to be able to fight back against how Lev is playing with them. 1, go back to your old style, full retake, let them have the map, and deal with it once they're committed. Or 2, I don't actually. There's only
That's
that one.
it.
That's
That's
it.
the
That's it.
option.
That's the only option. Because right now, Lev, the way they're depositing everyone, playing with these rotations, getting the opening kills, and pumping the brakes when they realize they don't have that opening, and then being able to pivot to something else, it's working so well for them. And the reason why it's working so well against Heretics is because Heretics themselves don't know how to do that on their attack sides.
You can see them floundering here a little bit. Held on 10. It feels like a drought of rounds. It's been 5 in a row for Leviathan. Knife early, but it doesn't seem to dissuade Leviathan. They continue forward. Aspas on a heater. Oh my God! This guy is from another world when he plays like this. Woot, what are you trying to do here now? Has to fall away a little bit. The site is theirs. Juan can be in next. Nice try from Rienz, but there's safety to be found.
Spike planted.
Rolling Thunder, that's what I look to. Position safely behind that box. Just needs that info, that cue from his teammates to be able to fight back. Woot. Don't know when that knife's coming back off cooldown. Should be soon. I don't know if he invests this ult. Not yet. Not without a kill.
Waiting. Patiently. Flash. Push. They already know where they are. Leviathan holding them at the door. There's no way in. There's no access. It's going to be surely 12. Rienz can do nothing about this. One to the left, one to the right. And look at Com's positioning. He's not going to let this one slip. Falls away from the side. Let's Rienz try. And try as you might, Rienz. You still got to find another player. And you ain't got the time to do it. Com just needs to survive. And he does. It's 12 for Leviathan. Finally stepping up. Finally showing us a final.
Lev has won 8 of the last 10 rounds. They're looking unstoppable. Aspas moving forwards and getting these openings. And before, when Aspas was moving forwards and he didn't get the opening, there was no trade here. But when he's able to get that, and the rest of his team's able to come in and support from the backlines as well, take that space he gets, they're looking unbeatable right now. Completely flip the script from that first half, from that first map.
And Heretics look too stunned to even respond. They have no idea how to handle this.
Did you see how Lev's paused at the start of the round? They've played all the way back. They want to dodge whatever dart, whatever knife comes their way to shroud their actual intentions here. They see Rienz has that Hunter's Fury. Woot has that KO ultimate as well. These are really good tools for a retake or for a team fight. Mazzino on that Rolling Thunder. Last time they used it was for some sort of B hit. They used it on market, but right now, eyeing up that A site, potentially setting up Aspas for that mid flank on this pressure. But right now, a little bit of indecision talking about how they want to approach this. Just looking at the positioning of all the players with the key ultimates. That's the stun line. 5 players towards this A site and that Rolling Thunder. It's so hard to play in the site. Boo can get out with his teleport.
I mean, that's 5. 45 seconds.
45 seconds.
Do you commit to it? You can see the hesitation. Yeah, Benji is just taking space.
Look at Rienz with his line for the Hunter's Sphere. He knows he can beam this line in the back.
This could be everything. He needs to find value. He needs to find a couple players here, and he's doing just that. Mazzino goes down, but they manage to survive. Leviathan now going to try and make it work with 4. In towards the site they go, and the plant is there.
KO ulti flash pre-take coming in. Next 5 seconds or so.
They got to make
on
this
Benji
work
as well, but the body.
Is this or it's done? Is this or it's over? Benji, oh, it's perfect with Mini Boo, waiting for the aggression, reading it well, and King's good. I don't think he's this good. Heretics finally answer back after a drought of rounds. A beautiful ult from Rienz, softening the targets up, taking a man down, and now giving us truly an option of OT here.
Now Mini Boo has a showstopper. Woot saves his ultimate as well, and the timing on this knife, that value that it got, puts them 1 round closer to taking us to overtime. Lev still a little bit of indecision there. They've looked so decisive in the other moments throughout this game on their attack side, but here
they've still got so many ults, Josh. That's what scares me with Heretics. They've still got ults to bank on. You've got Aspas there with his TP for King.
I want to see Lev use Aspas through middle on a flank on one of these rounds. Whether it be
again what you want.
Whether it be a B split through market and Aspas goes through mid, or an A split, either way, I want to see it.
Here. Here.
They've seen the feet.
Oh,
and they've
spam
seen the
it right
shot.
at spam.
Dude, he caught King just off the camera, just spotting the feet crossing. And Benji, the value off the cam, outrageously good. So down a man to begin with, and King as a loss is a big one. He's been so impactful.
Heretics is fine to play the retake. Again, let LEV commit. Let them be where they cannot move anywhere else. Hat for the info to confirm. Maybe use a little bit too early. Wait for that spike plant, pop that, see if Calm's on that flank or not. Right now, here comes the rotation. A minute left, LEV's moving, Boo. On Icebox, you got punished that one time, but you've been so good getting away. Breaks the drone, perfect. Don't overstay, you're welcome.
Boo! Is this where you stayed around too far?
Tex lurking through mid. I like this from LEV. They're moving around, they're causing the rotations, but Team Heretics, they're fine to play that 5v4. They have two really crucial ults to do it.
Coming back around
it's
here.
Back to B.
30 seconds left.
You're looking at Tex. He was a monster in middle before, but now you can see them hungry for him. The showstopper's gone. That was wasted. Did not find his man. Tex still alive. He has controlled them, kept them cornered, and now the site under Leviathan's control. It's OT or it's GG, at least on this map. Com trying to fall away. Leave this into the hands of Aspas. But you can see the KO Tex. Value. Leviathan with a fire lit underneath them. But is it enough?
No way. They know he's
Riens. They know where Tex is, surely. Benji, Riens, defuse, and it's OT. Heretics taking us the distance in map 2.
When we talk about how Team Heretics needs to respond, there's only one way they could do it. Sit back, let LEV commit, and come back with the retakes.
Oh, Wood with that start is so mad.
And even after that, Tex doesn't go down to the showstopper, still comes out with another kill. But still just coming out, spawn together, tandem, Cypher, and Sova, Riens, and Benji, they're so good at this.
Hey, on their rolls, you know what they can do. You give them the Sova. You give them the Cypher, they'll give you a couple rounds, and in a moment like that, 12 apiece. In the final hour, they get bailed out, because look at that run around. It was 6 back-to-back, and LEV looked solid as a rock. We digress. It's OT now. It's anyone's game. Heretics on the attack, LEV on the defending side. Miniboo, initial space taken. They can fight back now. The Ops just put the boombot into work. That's going to find connection. We've got a lot of players here, Josh.
LEV's got the read. They have the trips, they have the camera. They have the players.
Ooh, big info. That's not bad, but they don't know about the third man. They do not know about Mazzino waiting. The paranoia is good, but Mazzino has to show his hand, and he does well with it, does damage with it. Rienzo trades it back even better by taking away Tex. Now they saw King, and they kill the King! Rienz takes the crown in this round, leaving Aspas and Com so far away.
It's going to be a very difficult retake for LEV. They have to go for this. It's OT. Every round matters.
Ooh, you know it's been a good round when Rienz is already popping that ult.
Oh, he's going to get a tag too. This is so tough. Dart's still available. As soon as they get on that spike, but the crossfire also in the sight, the trip.
Oh, this is brutal to witness. You can feel how arduous it is. And look who's creeping. Boo. If they even make it through on the site, they still got Boo to handle.
Securing the round.
This is it. Around the world, putting Aspas to bed and Com. Nothing more to do here. That's 13 to Heretics. Taking back the lead after what was a long time living in Leviathan's shadow.
It's so difficult to deal with those situations. Team Heretics, they're all in plays with their 5 players. If you play like LEV does, where you have 2 players on the other side of the map, they cannot connect. It's a 5v3 on the site, and now LEV back on that attacking side. This is where they were putting up all their rounds. Do they deposit players, or do they try to punish Benji quickly here? Rien's already backing him up if Aspas slides at him fast. Here it comes. Fast
Benji
opening,
mid.
Aspas.
Flash. Aspas, his attention was drawn to the back of the site. Selfless play by Rienz.
Okay, it was just a fast opening. It wasn't a committal to break that trip, see if they could catch anyone. The positioning from Tex and King. They want to play this round out. They want to play with those rotations from Team Heretics again. It's been working so well for them.
It was a real strong suit, wasn't it, during regulation? Something that worked very well for LEV.
Both trips broken now. And Aspas, they bring out the drone as well.
Those late knives was so nice as well, though, spotting out where LEV were deciding to eventually head towards.
This is a very interesting position because that drone reclear on A from LEV at the same time, Aspas gets spotted at B. They know that LEV is split across the map. There's no real threat for the next 15 or 20 seconds or so. It's this next contact that's going to mean everything. The dart to re-clear close into B site right now. And Woot, when does that knife come for that A info?
Right there, right again. He's so good at the timing on this. He's figured him out.
There's no time for them to commit back to B. If they do, they need to go through market through Benji. And Miniboo here with that paint shells. Gets the paint shells. Lev, Aspas, you need this.
Him, and he's going to fall off the angle. Miniboo can post the paint shell, buy some time. 15 seconds now, they have to respect it. Time to work forward, time to face the music here. Leviathan going to take the first strike though. Nice work towards the site. Sweeps it clear. Heretics go down. Plants coming in. They've got the 2-man advantage. Yeah, Com's barely alive, but he is alive. And that's the important factor here. You've got Rienz, you got Benji, you got Woot, but you got Com on the around the world flank. Little by little, he's closing that gap. They may be ahead of the smoke, but they won't be ahead of him. And Woot, yeah. Oh my God, hold on. But Com, the back line hero, removes all danger, all threat, and we go again.
Man, that round was so close. The reason why Lev was able to swing it around, that stun line coming in, Boo took his crosshair away from that one-way smoke. I believe it was Com's dart that might have scanned him. Com, he's locked out by this one-way smoke, but once that dart comes in and scans Boo from the back, that opens up the floodgates for everyone to come out. Beautiful work, and again, Lev on their attack side, showing why they're so good in these mid-rounds. Team Heretics, now they're on their attack side. Death ball versus slow, methodical manipulation plays.
Pretty sure Com might have pulled his headset on that one, if I'm honest. Might have turned that around a little bit, let him have his moment.
It happens.
I do love the reaction there of seeing the old EG team, obviously. Potter and Jorgamo in the crowd, watching Com playing here in this situation. A little bit of pride between the two of them, but yeah, I think it's probably just going to wait for his headset to hopefully get fixed. I mean, maybe I'm making assumptions, but he hasn't bought and he was pointing to his headset. So you know what? I'll put those pieces of the puzzle together.
When you stand up abruptly because you win a big round, especially when you were the difference maker there.
Absolutely.
I have no idea when he launched that dart or where it landed and why Boo wasn't able to take care of it, but that opening kill that Boo got, I mean, you have to think about it. There was like 13 seconds left on that clock. If that kill doesn't come in on that timing, Team Heretics probably closes out that round as well.
Looks like we're good.
They pushed it to OT. I mean, they got OT earlier. Team Heretics bring it back. Team Heretics could have had the lead right there. Instead, we go again. Now everything's slowed down. A different approach. Lev contacting through middle on their defense side. Again, the mind games come into play once you hit that overtime.
Oh, it turns into a totally different game, doesn't it? It can kind of shed the realities that you've learned through regulation.
Aspas noted.
Hello.
Death ball ready. Sight is clear on that knife. But the pre-tick is ready.
Yeah, look and see them work off this, but I don't think it's as effective as they'd hope here. But it's the pressure from CT that could be the surprise. But it's Miniboo and Woot looking blind, but still hitting. How the hell did Woot get that kill on Com? I do not know, but it works well. And look at the advantage so early on. I like that tempo change. I like that pressure through CT, but somehow Heretics was so ready.
This is so difficult. Again, a 2 versus 5 this time for Lev. This is so difficult to break through, and Miniboo, Rienz, both close to their ultimates. If either of them get a kill here.
Oh, Zeno trying so desperately. It's not pretty. I know you think you know that the round isn't going your way. Texan giving it a good old try, but I think they've done more than enough here, Heretics. Zeno desperate to try and take a stand, but at this point, time's against him. Heretics, lovely form in that. Again, I quite liked what Lev tried to do, but it just didn't seem to be, I don't know, catching off Heretics. They seemed so aware.
It was almost like they were getting PTSD from that moment against EDG when...
that's how they got it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how they got it. See, when I'm saying I don't understand how they won that.
Through with smoke.
2 of those.
I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is how some of these rounds Lev lost yesterday against EDG, for example. EDG is so good at those smoke spams, and whoever makes it through this round here is going to have to face that again in the grand finals. But Team Heretics, again in the lead. They win that round. They use their OT pause right now. They want to close it out. They have that defense. The defense hasn't been great for them. They've been winning in the last 2 rounds of relegation, but the overall entire defense half and in OT, they haven't been picking up these rounds. They haven't been converting. So right now, coach input comes in. What do they have planned? What do they want to change? How are they going to catch LEV off guard? Letting LEV commit was working until it wasn't. Now, what else do you have in store? And LEV, how are you going to respond to this timeout? You've been taking that B main fast. You've been trying to catch Benji, and then you've been manipulating these rotations in the mid-round. It's been coming down to the wire. The last few seconds of the round, where 1 or 2 crucial kills at a specific timing has gotten you into that winning position. Do you have it in you to do it again? 13-14. What do you guys got?
That's the question. And the answer awaits.
Pre-aimed at that knife.
Wood's been good with these. It's that second one that he gets that he's just been able to somehow find them time and time again.
This is a change-up of the defensive setup. Benji over towards A. Hasn't been here before. Dodging that knife, it's been done before by LEV. And instantly on this A contact, smoke, stun, they're in here.
Pacey.
Will they expect that Benji trip? Aspas on that slide.
Well, because it's been Boo, it's been Mini Boo over here traditionally,
Exactly.
and if more often than not, LEV have been winning that fight now. They've really got that tempo down. Re-entry clearing middle.
They have to expect this trip. There's no defense here. If Aspas swings into this, Benji gets that first kill, that cage gives it away.
This should be everything they need to know here. Smoke just went up towards short as well, but I'm looking at the options that Wood has. Does he play forward? No, he's going to pop a flash towards it, but that's about it. They haven't stepped towards the side just yet until now. Benji's in a lot of danger here. Currently corralled into the corner, and they're very cautiously taking the space on the side.
As I watch this main action on A, I think about this Boo versus Tex minigame that's going to play out over the next 20 or 30 seconds or so. Knife misses, gets
Only
one, but Benji has to be forced out of this position.
Benji is in so much danger. Nearly isolating him a couple of times here, but this pause on the side, it's given pause for thought. He's getting paranoid about middle, about a flank. Now they go for the plant here. Leviathan toying with time.
Speaking of paranoid, there is no paranoia in play. Boo across the map. He needs to group with his team. He needs to get the value from his
So
paranoia.
So very late. Mini Boo, the one to be affected by the paranoia coming out from LEV. And LEV have 5 players on the side, and they've got no reason to move just yet. Waiting with the
First
darts.
smoke. Second smoke comes out elbow.
This is it. It's go time. It's the go signal. King, Calm, waiting on the side. The paranoia is good.
Beautiful flashes.
And Mini Boo flies in, but it's Boo to find Tex, and suddenly they're falling like flies. King can only do so much. Heretics extinguish the fire that was lit underneath LEV. Map 2's theirs, and they go 2-0 up.
LEV made it so close, making me think for a moment that they were going to take this map. But in the final moments, Team Heretics are able to bring it back, and it's unreal. We're going to see them take that Sunset map and take it into map 3 Abyss with that 2-0 lead in the series.